my wife's dad is in assisted living, and switching to assisted living switched the pharmacy, and it is a constant battle. My wife fortunately has a little bit of a healthcare background. She's an occupational therapist, but always a constant to keep it right. Yeah. He got who took him off his blood thinner. He has congestive heart failure. Where's his Lasix or whatever, that got off.
That's also been a little bit of the doctor comes in, Kelly's not there, and the doctor comes in and he's giving bad information and his wife's giving bad information because she's been to some of the appointments where her mom answers and she goes, "No, Mom, that's not right." And so I've been at the doctor's office with my grandparents, and my grandpa goes to say something, or no, it was my mom. My mom had just come out of surgery, and they kept giving her insulin because they're like, her blood sugar's low. So we gave her insulin, but it's still dropping. And I'm standing there, and she's fresh out of surgery, and I'm going, "Mom, refresh my memory here, but didn't a doctor tell you that you were insulin resistant a few years ago?" "Uh-huh." And then I'm like, "Didn't that doctor also tell you that you were borderline diabetic?" "Uh-huh." And the nurse is going, "Oh, crap, I got to go tell the doctor." So it's also the patient's giving misinformation.
Yeah, but that's not, the pharmacy might could fix that, but maybe from having followed that patient for a while. But this in a specific case is that assisted living moved to a different pharmacy. And my wife noticed one drug was a little bit more expensive. And it was like, "Why didn't you fill this one?" "Well, nobody asked for it. Nobody requested it to be filled." Okay.
Yeah.
Why didn't you call me and say, "Hey, this is on the profile. Is he supposed to be getting it?" Didn't you look at it? So there really is a need. And maybe that's, a lot of times I think long-term care gets into a mode of thinking, full long-term care, there's a doctor managing them all the time, and they send a list to request to refill, but kind of in assisted living is kind of in the middle, so it's not being followed the same way. But you could really...
Good point.
You could totally see where she could use somebody an hour a month to just look over everything that's going on and say, "Is this right?" And I think she'd pay for it.
Oh yeah, I think you're absolutely right. And we do some disease state management programs in partnership with the University of Montana School of Pharmacy. And one of the feedbacks we get, probably the most common one, is, "I wish my parents could be on this program."
Right.
And it's a direct to employer model where the employer is paying for the disease state management. And those are the type of models that we need in Medicare. The Medicare program and what they're trying to do with MTM and the way it's set up just isn't working. And they need to have a foundational shift within Medicare on how that service is provided. It needs to be more constant touch points, dedicated people to have face-to-face conversations with these people. It's tough sometimes over the phone to understand where they are. So I think you'll continue to see a shift to that. The other problem you have with assisted living, and this is long-term care, everywhere you go, is the employee market. And everybody's got new employees. And so do they understand, have they been trained properly to understand how to put in all the orders to get all the medications from the pharmacy back to the facility? So that's going to be a constant battle over the next couple of years as well.